This meeting is being recorded. Hey, happy health habits, friends and family. We are on September 13th already.
Yeah.
And I've got my fall colors on today. I'm excited about that. I love fall. This is my energy season because these are my
you look like my caramel macchiato tastes.
Seriously. Fall is my color, so it's my energy month. It's my energy season, so it's exciting for me. I love fall. So anyways, back from vacay, lots to catch up on, lots going on. Today's the first day back in the chatting with all the clients today, and all of our healthy habits friends and people have been doing great, and I can't wait to catch up with you guys and see how your weeks have been going. We can talk about wins of the week, and of course the teachable moments, as we always have every week. I can't wait. I'm going to share this real quick. Congratulations again, because you loved yourself enough to be here today and to show up to live a thriving life, not just content or burned out, but thriving. And I know, Carrie, you did a lot of brain, body, and relaxation stuff with getting out of the lizard brain, okay, and into that pause and relaxation. How did it go? Have you been using some of the relaxation techniques during, kind of a stop, challenge, choose? Are we forgetting completely, or are we? I love that you invited Charlotte. I should have invited her again today.
I know, right? It was so good to start out with that. And I think it helps to have someone lead it a few times, and then it kind of starts getting to be a habit. I saw you nodding, Betty. You said you used it. You liked it?
I really liked it. I wish that I could get the directions, because when I go to use it again, like smoke, it comes in one side and it drifts out the other. And so I go to think of it and I don't remember everything she said.
Go to habitsofhealth.com and scroll to.
We'll send you the YouTube link. So much easier.
Oh,
yeah, we'll send you the YouTube link to the recordings. That'll be easy. But if you want it in writing, everybody, you just go to Dr. Anderson's habitsofhealth.com. You go to the resources page and you scroll all the way down to the habits of a healthy mind. And there is a page, there's 2 pages of relaxation exercises written out.
Oh, good.
All right. So, and it's similar.
Down
similar.
To what?
You scroll down to habits of a healthy mind. And it's at the bottom, and it's similar to what Charlotte was doing with you all.
Wonderful.
And so
wonderful.
It's in
yes,
writing.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's in writing. And then I'm not sure what she has on her website, but of course you could always go to destressy.com as well and see if she's got anything written in.
Yeah. And because we had her at the beginning, if you go back and watch the recording, just watch the first 10, 15 minutes and you got it done for the day.
This is Betty, remember?
I know, but we'll send you the link. You'll see.
I get lost.
We're going to send you the one-click link.
It should be a one-click. Yep. So anyways, when we're talking here to get in sync, guys, just and Carrie and I do this all the time, and we're in a group all the time that practices this every single day. But rubbing your hands together, giving yourself that hug, just kind of pretending you're cold and warming yourself up, giving yourself a pat on the back. Go ahead and start doing some of that. Take some breaths while we get started here, and just kind of get in sync. Let your stress levels go down from the day, and just take a couple deep breaths. While you're doing that, I wanted to read something from my Overeaters Anonymous book today. This is really great. September 13th. And so you guys breathe and relax. And let me read this to you because it's super powerful stuff. Okay. It's really amazing. And we have a lot to talk about today, but I just want to read this as a beginning, as you guys are relaxing. It's from my Overeaters Anonymous book. It's called Hungering. says, deep within us is a hunger which is not satisfied by food. We hunger for love and fellowship with each other, and we hunger for communion with our higher power, with God. We're not made to be alone and isolated. Withdrawing into compulsive overeating makes the deep hunger even worse. As long as we're alive, we will never be fully satisfied. There will be always more love to give and receive, and more steps to take on our spiritual journey. In this case, we will always be hungry, or in this sense, we'll always be hungry. Spiritual hunger is a good thing, as long as we recognize it for what it is, and we do not try to appease it with material substitutes. Our God has created us with a hunger which he alone can satisfy. As our progress through the 12 steps brings us closer to him and closer to each other, we experience a fulfillment we had not known before. We are learning to hunger for spirituality. Bless our hunger today, we pray, our fellowship and our feeling close to you. So, hey, this is in the life book too, guys. When we get to phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and 4 of our higher levels of consciousness, and that's in element 24, okay, we actually have this like aha moment where, you know what, we get that things on a higher level, that, you know, there's a different energy there, you know, we have what we call, you know, a spiritual breakthrough, and that really fills a lot of the holes in the buckets that we're hungering for. I just love that. I think that is so great. We're not really those holes in the buckets are spiritual. So as you work these steps and you go through the life book and you do the work, you're going to have, and you just apply the habits, you're going to have those breakthroughs as we go along, and the hunger will be less because you'll be more emotionally balanced. And as you learn how to calm yourself down and keep your emotions under control, feel them and let them process them, and let them go through, right? Remember 90 seconds, right? You will actually be stronger for it, down the road, and you'll be stronger spiritually in all those things. So, so just, I thought that was really cool. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Dr. Anderson, of course, wants us working higher on higher levels, and I have been in this journey on working on higher levels of health. The journey is long. I've been working for a few decades. And ironically enough, this was from Saturday from the leadership. Did anyone else attend? I know, Sharon, did you attend Saturday, or did you watch the recording? I know you signed up.
I just started to watch the recording.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, me too. I haven't yet, but I'm gonna get into the recording
We
because that
got
was
it on
really
Monday.
good.
I think it
Well,
was
yeah.
Monday or Tuesday we got it.
Yeah.
That it became available. Yeah.
The first session with Dan Bell and Dr. Anderson is great. It's an overview of how we're doing in the country with overall health. We're 75% obese as a country. We now have a new category of obesity called extreme obesity. He just does the overall kind of medical state of health thing, and it's amazing. It's really shocking. I didn't put a bunch of graphics here, but you'll see them when you watch it. But I love this one, and I laugh because this graphic right here, can you see it, or is it being covered up?
It's not covered. It's just a little bit small. Do you want me to read it, or can you read it?
Well, it's just, I can't make it bigger. It's this graphic I've been using forever in chiropractic, and I laugh because this is in a PowerPoint that I've been using. It just says, this is not a model of health. Statins, hypertensive, statin drugs, diabetic medications, you know, and there's this person full of pills, right? And now we have shots, we have pills, we have surgery, or whatever. This is not a model of health. And he talked about the, you know, being a doctor, how the downfall of our country is that we're always looking at that quick fix and never looking at the habits of health. So I just laugh because that one I've been using for years, this graphic, and he stole it from my PowerPoint.
He stole it.
But so
borrowed it.
Granted, we may need to be on some of these right now, but those are all those interventions really are just acute care. These things and these problems that we need these drugs for have been because of a series of choices over time and habits that have been poor, right? So it just makes sense if you go to the root cause, like chiropractic, you go to the spine, you go to the root cause, and you correct the root cause, which is the habits that led you to this situation. You're not going to need all the pills, potions, lotions, and surgeries and shots. And he made a deal out of all the new shots and stuff going on. I mean, bariatric surgery has been around for a long time, but you guys, these new shots, don't be led astray, right? It's just not going to fix anything. It's not going to be any better. It's not going to teach you a healthy habit, right? It's not going to teach you a healthy habit. It's not.
And with that, I just want to insert something, a phrase that I caught from the Monday night at the community time. She said, we don't go into maintenance, even when, you lose your weight or whatever. Maintenance is staying the same. We're always growing, progressing, and going for optimal. I just thought that was really profound as well. I think it fits with this. We don't want to hit a number and stay there. We want to continually improve. And whether it's in between the 6 inches between our ears or whatever, but continually improving.
Right, quite right. Monday night was great. Monday night was great in terms of there was a lot of good quips there, and a lot of good points. That is great. Did anyone get anything else out of Monday night? Were you there, Betty or Sharon or?
Couldn't get on. No.
Oh no.
I never, it just takes me around and around and around. That Zoom hates me, I swear.
We got to get somebody over to your house to see what's happening during that time.
Yeah, during that, because I've got to see if I can get someone, because I just go around, and what works one time, then I'll write that down, and then the next time it won't do it for me. But this one, I do exactly deep what you guys have told me. Get on. So I don't know.
We're glad you're here. We'll keep trying. Patience.
Yeah.
We're still with you,
Sharon? Were you there Monday?
I did. I don't know. My notes don't make too much sense.
Yeah, I didn't actually take notes. I was listening while I was doing something else, but that one line stuck out with me.
That stuck in your head.
Just at the power of the community.
Mm-hmm.
They all talked about the power of the community.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and isn't it true? Isn't it true? Isn't it true? That is so cool. Oh, there's another great reading I wanted to share with you too here in this book later. I can share about sharing the message. But yeah, the community stuff is huge. They talked a lot about just some the new there were some women on that were in their 40s, 50s, 60s telling their stories, and that led into the whole new concept of not the new concept. This is in element 18. It's about branched chain amino acids, and you can read about it in element 18, but they led into talking about the new tools that are available to us for muscle maintenance, for metabolism, muscle building, protein synthesis, which is the essential amino acids that we're now having access to. And this is huge, guys, because I sent this graphic out a while ago. I'm going to send it out again today. Get this. We lose 30 to 50% of our muscle mass from age 40 to 80, guys. That's huge. That is huge. After age 40, we're losing 8% every year, every 10 years. So just to let you know, your muscles burn more energy than fat or any other tissue in your body. So your basal metabolic rate, or your base metabolic rate, goes lower and lower and lower and lower and lower as you age, because you're losing muscle mass. So when you see people getting heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier as they age, right, from 40 to 50 to 60 to 70, raise your hand if you've seen that. People getting heavier every decade, right?
I see that in the mirror. Never thought I would, but
yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think I'm the youngest one here. No, Amy's a month younger than me.
And don't you hear people say, I don't eat any different. I can't figure it out. I haven't eaten different for years. Have you seen that? Have you heard that? Why do I
So
keep
what
gaining
you're
weight?
saying is the muscles have more mitochondria or whatever, so they burn more energy.
Yes.
And so we have less muscle mass, so our metabolism is lower. I always
Yes.
thought metabolism was like in the gut or something.
Nope.
Apparently it's in the muscles.
Yeah. 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 Well, if you don't assimilate nutrients in your guts, that's
Right.
bad.
The
Right?
digestion and all that. But
Digestion
it
is really
actually gets
important.
used in the muscles because they're doing the work.
But that's why it's the exact opposite, where you gain weight over time because you're losing muscle over time. So do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so the problem is like exponential.
The problem is completely
Problem.
exponential. Yeah, and that's the answer right there. It's just a life. It's life. It's life, right? It's life and death, right? It is life. That's the way muscles, muscle cells don't regenerate like liver cells do. If we don't use it, we lose it, right?
Yeah.
So
Use it or lose it.
the thing is, the bad thing is for women, particularly ladies, is that when we're losing our muscle mass, we're losing the tensile strength, we're losing the tensile pull on our bones. And we need that tensile bone pull. We need that tension on our bones for our bones to stimulate osteoclasts and osteoblasts, which produce bone density and bone synthesis. Does that make sense?
Wow. Yeah, so less muscle mass is continual osteoporosis acceleration.
Exactly. It accelerates osteoporosis.
See, it's good that we have a doctor here to explain this to us.
Which is why women, and I've been talking about this for years, Margot's heard about this for years, which is why women, it's so important that after you get yourself moving in the day and you do more stairs and you do more standing and you do all your non-exercise things, increase your knee
movement.
exercise. It's critical to incorporate at some point your EAT exercise where you're doing, little dumbbells or wristbands or if you like the gym, go to the gym. Something that is resistance training. So you have your bones are being pulled on and your muscles are being used. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
small weights or little movements, but frequently throughout the day.
But with weight.
Yeah, small weights.
It can be cans of
Here's
soup.
my weight right here, my water bottle. Ooh.
Yeah, it can be cans of soup. It can be gallons of water. It could be those rubber bands. It could be, those rubber bands are simple. Just even pulling like this with the rubber bands or you go to or you have some dumbbells, some light weights, right? Or something.
So you're saying as women, we've got double strikes against us because muscle mass going down, hormone levels going down.
Yeah.
And so we just have to consciously stay a little more active and
Yep.
build muscle mass.
Yeah, we got to think about adding what is going to pull on my bones. What's going to, in whatever way your age and stage allows you to do that. You will want to, increase as you go along, and that's the reason why, guys, because that's osteoporosis. And also, guess what? If our muscle mass is gone, what happens when we get to 60 and 70 and 80? What happens? What are we worried about with people, Betty?
Well, in 4 years, I'm turning into a jellyfish if I don't change my ways.
Right. But what are you worried about with elderly people? What's the kiss of death, Wendy?
Falling because you're shaky. You
breaking.
don't have your strength. You turn and you're going to tip over. Yeah. You need to work on balance and stuff too. Yeah.
Yep. So falling is the kiss of death, right? If you break a hip, haven't you known people that end up in a nursing home and never get out and die?
Exactly.
Right? And Margot,
my mother-in-law right there.
Yeah, it's what happened. It all goes together, right? Because if you don't have the muscles for the balance, and then you don't have balance, you're more at risk of falling. So you don't have the balance, you don't have the muscle strength, and then you don't have the bone density. Of course, you're going to break something when you fall.
Yeah.
And then when you get in a nursing home and assisted living, they make you sit in that wheelchair for liability reasons, and they won't let you get up because they don't want to get sued if you fall.
Yes.
And then when you can't move, it's this vicious cycle because you can't get better.
Yeah.
Right?
I know.
So
It's really terrible. It really is terrible.
it's a horrible self-fulfilling system. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's like Dr. A always says, the health system keeps you sick.
It's not.
Yeah.
It keeps you sick. Our healthcare system is a myth. It is a sick and disease care, acute care system, period. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
We don't teach health. We don't teach health in medicine, right? They
But we
teach
do here.
what?
But we do
We
here.
do here.
Right
We
here.
do here.
So
Yes.
we do here.
Yes.
And so that's why you guys are applying what you're learning. And that's why everyone listening to this recording, I hope, understands that, right? It's our responsibility. It's our body. It's the only one we live in. This is our house. This is where we live, right?
Yeah. Yes.
We have
Yes.
to take care of the foundation. We have to, right. We have to, do the spring cleaning and do repairs and whatnot. But it's really, really important that we understand this. And smart, very brilliantly, of course, Dr. Anderson then helped us come up with, and we've been talking about this a little bit, the essential amino acids, which are the new go along with all of our plants. That's the protein building blocks to help protein synthesis for not only building muscle, but for preserving muscle mass as we age. Building if we're trying to do that, and we're working on resistance training and improving, but we also want to just at the basic level understand that it helps us preserve what we got. Okay. And then there's the protein powder as well that can be a help if you're not eating enough good healthy proteins in a day. It's essential that you guys, when you're on a 5-in-1, you're getting 70 grams of protein a day. So the reason why they come up with the protein powder is because people have a hard time eating enough chicken, fish, tuna, eggs, right? They have a hard time getting enough protein in a day. Margot, and you might be able to speak to this, when you're off the fuelings and you don't have measured protein for you, it's way easy to get off track and have a very low protein diet. So the powders are just an easy way to get quick protein. Does that make sense? So, so it's not something you have to do, and it's not just for bodybuilders. It's for, okay, later on down the road, if you're off 5 and you're not in fat burn, and you've gone through 4 and 2 and 3 and 3, you could add that for an easy protein that's healthy. Okay, so now Wednesday night tonight, for the next 3 Wednesdays, they're going to be inviting everyone to all the clients, everyone to come and learn about some of this and why it's important. So I don't need to give the lecture, but I'm going to send out the links tonight. And Betty, let's help you get on them to listen in the next 3 Wednesdays. It's 7 p.m. Central, and they're going to be talking about it live. I'm sure they'll be recording somehow. I don't know where yet, but it's just understand from my point of view. I think I've been talking about this forever in a day, right, Margot? Since forever. And I'm thrilled because honestly, I haven't given it a thought, and you can see I have my chicken arms, right? I have horrible muscle mass. I've had a really kind of low key, I do HIIT training, high intensity training, but I do use dumbbells and a kettlebell, but I just been really like, my workout's been just totally flat for a long time. And I have not worked at building muscle. So I'm thrilled because I've never used amino acids. That was for bodybuilders, I wasn't going to do that. I've never done that before in my life. And, Matt and I started getting them and dabbling with them, and don't you know, I'm less sore when I do my weights in those days, and I do love it. It feels great. I feel like I have more energy, so less muscle soreness when I do extra weights. But I'm looking forward to using it really well, and then incorporating the new app that they've come out. They've partnered with a company that has got an exercise app that you can build your own workout with this app. So I've been dabbling with that as well. So October 2nd, we'll be coming up with a group challenge, a group encouragement group to.
Well, just like we had the Move It challenge, I suppose it's going to just go out that to just keep active challenge, I suppose.
Yeah, get active and start, moving it, move it. Yeah, just make moves toward doing better for your muscle mass.
Yeah, you got your chicken legs. Well, I got my chicken wings. So
I know you got your chicken wing, and I got my chicken leg, right? Oh,
So
I
I
would
think
love
this will
to
be good for everybody.
I would love to see some muscle on this wing, but so we'll see. I mean, you don't all have to be bodybuilders or anything like that, but just again but learn about it, see if it's something for you. We can talk about it, but again, it's just so healthy, and I love the company doing this. Brilliant! It's just beyond brilliant because it's about overall well-being as we age, not muscle building,
Yeah.
not bodybuilding,
That's
right?
good. Yeah,
Right.
that's
I
good.
like how you said that. And I just had a quick question, since you have been using it and you heard the stuff from convention. I know like the bars and the shakes and everything are really protein based. It's our
Yeah.
protein for the day.
Yep.
How is it different than this protein?
These are essential amino acids. It's not protein. It is
Ah,
actually the building blocks of muscle tissue.
got it. Thank you.
Oh,
And the building blocks of muscle tissue, and they'll explain more of this too coming up in these videos. And I'll
So
send
that's
you
what they
a link.
keep saying, the EAAs, essential
Yep,
amino
essential
acids.
amino
Got it.
acids. And there's a brilliant video done by that Blanchard guy who's the he's the Paralympic
Oh,
gold
yeah,
medal.
yeah.
He did a brilliant short video that I'll send out to you guys too, but the Wednesday nights are going to be great. But they're the building blocks of muscle, and this stuff helps your body to synthesize its own muscle tissue, and it gives it the cellular building blocks to do so. Okay. And that's what it is. It's not,
Thank you.
there's not protein in it. It helps you synthesize your body to synthesize its own muscle.
Got it. And I'm sure they'll have loads of info, but just again,
Yep.
let's ask the doctor while
Yep.
she's here, because this is stuff that they explain and I don't really get on,
Yeah,
regular
and no,
terminology.
totally. Ask me any questions. And the thing I love too is it's going to go inside. It'll go inside any of these plans that we have, and not it'll be a good fit for
So
everybody.
basically it's for everybody. Yeah.
It is for everybody. And here's the other thing that I love about it is it's for everyone, whether or not they're on 5-in-1, 4-in-2, 3-in-3 using fuelings or not. Like anybody can have this
Yeah.
product. And it's nice because we know, and I can trust, and this is the cool part for me, because you go to Costco, you go to Sam's Club, you go to Walmart, you go to Walgreens, you go get an essential amino acid, right? It's full of, I'll tell you what, synthetic crap. Anything you buy that's in bulk, that's super cheap, is crap.
It's filler. Yeah.
And that goes
It
for
is.
supplements. That goes for supplements as well, you guys. It is truly, you cannot, you get what you pay for. Okay. And you've got to know this is quality. I love that there's no fillers, there's no colorings, there's no artificial sugars, there's no stimulants. Apparently, they put stimulants in this stuff.
At the stores.
Fake stimulants that are for addiction and for
Wow.
that are for addiction, right? And for, of course, the bodybuilders, right, have these stimulants in them that we don't want. We don't want those
Yeah.
in our
I
No.
do remember that from Monday. They said it's clean ingredients and vegan.
and vegan, yeah, and
that's
gonna be safe. So we can trust, and that I love too, because I know all about this because I sold stuff in my office, and it's just it's a thing. So I know it's really hard to navigate what's good and what's not, but just know that it is safe and it is healthy. And just like your Optavia fuelings, while they're not, while they're in a package, yes, they're still full of ingredients. They're non-toxic to you. And
Well, I'm glad we're getting the pre-release info, because I've been looking forward to looking at at the label and just
Yeah.
actually seeing what's in it and whatever. And I know Wendy was asking about it before, because you said it will be coming out.
Yep.
So
Actually, today you can go on
today.
your own. You go into your own Optavia.com account, and you go to meal plans and products. You don't go to the shop section. You go to meal plans and products.
And it's there already.
It's its own category. And this month, I'm not sure about next month, they'll have, you get, $10, $30 off a bundle, or, you get an extra discount and yada, yada.
Nice.
because it's new. So it's all there. And then of course, if there's new people this month, there's huge discounts for new people who want to try, you know, the weight loss portion and whatnot. And then so there's discounts for them. And then I'll be doing some extra referral bonuses for people, you know, too, because this is a big, you know, it's a big deal. The app as well is really cheap. It's like $5 a month to try it out for a couple months, $50 for a whole year. So I'm going to be giving away a few year subscriptions to the workout app.
Cool.
And so that's all. And also the Optavia app that you already have updated. They said on Monday night that they've integrated it with Apple Fit. And if I'm really not an app person when it comes to exercise. I don't use it as a tracker or anything. I have a paper girl, but if you are that kind of person and you're listening to the recording, it will integrate with your Apple Fit.
Yeah, and I see a few more people have gotten on since we started. So
Oh,
I don't know,
good.
Sharon, Wendy, Margot, Roxy, Betty, do you guys have any questions for Amy for the pre-release here? Quickie info? Things that you've been wondering or want to know? Margot, go ahead and open your mic. I think you're
Yeah.
Margot's talking, but there we go. Go ahead, Margot, you got it.
And then we're going to talk about, right, wins of the week, and then where we were below the line. We're going to go and do that too.
Just
ahead.
while we're
Hold
here
on.
on the product, go ahead. Go ahead, Margot, we can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so they have the amino acids and there's no protein in that, correct?
Correct.
All right, but then they have,
Can you go back to the picture, Amy?
is the
Yeah.
whey protein.
I'm sorry. This?
Yeah, then they have the other Optavia Active, that's the whey protein that is strictly protein.
It's strictly protein.
And if you're doing a 5-in-1 and already getting 70 grams of protein, not considering you're lean and mean, you wouldn't want that.
No. And you've got to learn as a coach, and there's a bunch of trainings for how you recommend this for your clients. Okay. So you need to know this stuff. There's coach trainings on it, or you can call nutrition support, but there's a very specific layout of each plan and when you take it, how you take it, what you take it with, what you don't take it with. It's very specific protocol.
Okay.
Yeah. For
Good
each
to know.
thing.
For the protein. So the blue canisters, Betty, are the protein.
Yeah.
And the whey protein. And the other canisters, the packets, are the essential amino acids.
Yeah, you don't want, if you're in fat burn, you don't need or want the protein powders. Okay. If you're in 3 and 3, if you're like Sharon and I, and Wendy, right? We're just doing our thing and learning and growing, right? And we're sustaining our healthy play. We could incorporate the protein. And then if you're a huge exerciser and you're already someone who's in fat burn, who really can't give up their exercise routine, then you can add some of that. Okay. But somebody who's already really into exercise and lifting weights, and we have a few of those people around, then not me, or I hate, I absolutely hate gyms, but we have a lot of those people too. So,
and that's what the trainings will be tonight and the next 3 Wednesdays. Surely they're going to be covering more detail, but yeah, just since we have Amy here right now.
More detail. Yep. And then I'm certainly not all educated up in it. I'm still learning, but I do know that then the coaches have their own trainings.
And if you guys ask your questions now, we'll know what to look for in the trainings and come back and answer your questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Mm.
And so,
just while we're here, we can be interactive. And there's Roxy. She's got her microphone open.
Hey, Roxy.
I am here listening. One question is this Zoom will be recorded?
This Zoom will be, yes.
Today, yes.
Because I was wondering, I have my meeting tonight and I didn't know.
Oh, she means tonight. Yeah,
tonight,
we think it will. It didn't say specifically, but we're pretty sure it will.
I'm pretty sure it will. But Roxy, you have all the coach trainings in the Optimal Health Coach Facebook group. If you haven't been seeing them, I can show them where they are.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You,
Yeah.
you
Have a
have
nice
all, yeah, you have all of them. You just need
Or-
to know where you're going to look at it and look for it. And
Yeah, be sure to ask because there are extra things for the coaches.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Right.
Yeah.
I get what they are because I think I used them before from another brand, but I just know this for the muscle, the fatigue, and then you recover faster and all these things. But yeah, I need to the training for sure.
Yeah,
Did you notice it helped
definitely.
you with soreness? I mean, if you get sore overworking in your garden, guys, this is going to make a
Yes.
difference. If you get sore, right, doing it helps.
I like how you said that in the email, weekend warrior soreness, or just
Mhm,
extra exertion. I got a
mhm,
little of that because I went swimming Monday. It relaxes
mhm.
you, but it's a workout. And
Yeah,
I cleaned an apartment on Saturday. It took me like 5 hours. I was really out of it on Sunday. I could have used this.
yeah, yeah. So anyway, I
Yeah.
didn't intend on making the whole thing about this today at all, but so be it. That's just the
But
way
it's
it goes.
good. So, it's our
Um,
pre-release.
On Saturday, the leadership thing, I really got hit squarely between the head about, hey, every quarter, look at your goals. Have you met your goals? Have you reset them? Do you need to reset them? And are they written? Okay. Because we do get off track with where we're going and what we're doing. So every quarter reset some goals. And there's a values exercise that I'll send out to everybody that I think is just beyond brilliant about how to determine your highest values. Have you guys ever done any values exercises? Do you know what your highest values are?
Mm-mm.
Well,
Not a
it's
Been a
clue.
while. I could use
it's
a refresher.
yeah, it's really important to re-look at what and maybe I can snag it while we're here on here. What
And I
are
just think coming into a new season is really good. Transition from summer to fall. This is a good time to reevaluate.
it is. It absolutely is. What and no and no, if you've never done a what are my highest values exercise, I really I'm gonna put something here. This is
Yeah, and I
this
know Betty
question,
wants, hey, send me that in email. I'm gonna print it out.
yeah.
Yeah,
I know what you're
yeah.
thinking, Betty.
I
It's
know. I know.
It's good.
I know. I
Margot
know.
too.
And Margot too. Exactly. Right. So let's see if I can get this. Here's some questions right now just to mull on. I'll put it in the chat. These are not on the values exercise, but I think they're really good ones to think about right away. What does optimal health actually look like to you? What are you shooting for? What does it look like?
Yeah, you want me to read those while you're looking for the other thing to pull it up?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so what tangible improvement could you make with emotional health and relationships? Ooh, I like that one. These are not questions you ask like spur of the moment here. Good stuff to think about. And third question, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? That really opens it up to anything, all your hopes and dreams. Let's give it a shot. 4, if time or money were no obstacle, what would you do? Again, open up the creative mind, all your hopes and dreams. And the 5th one is, what if you only had 2 years to live? What would you do? Like if you knew, let's not go putting, what do you call that? Our birth certificate doesn't expire,
Yeah, we
but
don't have
what
an
if?
expiration date, but what if you
What
knew,
if you
right?
had a limited time?
Yeah,
And then it kind of changes your goals. So those are good to think
it
about.
does. So be thinking about that when you set your goals, because that was Dan Bell. He is amazing. He's Dr. A's partner. He's amazing. And this values exercise is beyond brilliant. Go through to figure it out, guys. What do you value? And make your rocks in your bucket every week based around your highest values. If you don't, they will never happen. So this worksheet goes through money, time, space, energy, discipline, organization, learning, thoughts, inspiration, and goals. What is your value in each of those areas? What do you value? Oh, it is deep. This is something you got to sit with a cup of coffee over, right?
Good.
and, you know, and really meditate on. But it's like, wow, okay, if you don't think about it, you're
Okay,
going through
you
your
know.
life just sort of like on automatic pilot, right? Doing what you got to do every single day, just put one foot forward to the other. It's like being in a coma in your life,
Yeah, autopilot.
autopilot.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
so these exercises help you to get out of that.
Yeah, these will be great for us all to work on this week and
Mhm.
jot something down.
Yeah.
Well, people ask, when are you off? When are you done with this diet? I'm not. It's not a diet. It's a life plan.
Thank you, Betty.
And it, for some people that get it, but most, but over
Yeah.
the head, you know, it's not a diet. I'm not going to, and I like the maintenance. No, I'm not going on the, because if I go on maintenance, I'll do the same bloody thing I did beforehand.
You guys you have at your fingertips a professional personal development
Yes.
program.
Yes.
And it happens to have an effective nutritional strategy and weight loss if you need it, period.
Yeah, that's the optional part.
That's the optional part.
Yeah, I keep telling my husband a diet. What is a panda's diet? What is a horse's diet? It's what they generally eat for their whole life. I'm like, that's what our diet is. It's what we now eat the rest of our life.
Mhm.
And so he's getting it. He's
Yes.
helping me. We
Yes.
started fresh again.
Yay! Carrie's win and Kate's win and her husband.
Yeah, all three of us in the house, we hit fat burn. I'm
That's
not sure
so
we're staying in it. I
awesome.
gotta talk to you later about that, but
My win of the week was actually being on vacation and unplugging, guys. That is so hard for me. Margot will attest to it. I'm an incessant workaholic, and my biggest thing is to shut that brain off. And I actually accomplished it for a while, and it was great. So that was
yeah,
my win.
she was messaging me on vacation. I'm like, get off that phone.
I know. It's so hard. That was my big win. If you didn't hear from me, that's a huge win for
Good.
me.
Good.
Sharon, what about you? What was your win of the week?
Oh, go ahead and open your mic, Sharon.
Yeah.
If you want to share.
What did you win of the week, Margot? Carrie's back on track with her healthy eating strategy.
And while you're if you got
Sharon, what's your
Wendy has a question in the chat, and we'll see. It
Wendy.
says, are the aminos in powder form? Yes. Do you mix them in water in the shaker bottle? Yes, it comes with another shaker and the scoop. I'm not sure on the how much, but it's on the package on the back, and it'll be in the trainings tonight.
Yeah, it's 30 servings. I think it's $60. So what is that? $2.
Yeah, the packet is generally a month's supply.
Yeah, but there's some discounts and whatnot, so we can
especially the startup bundles.
Yeah, they're gonna be better. Sharon, what was your win of the week?
Well, you know, we finished the 30-day challenge, but I just keep going on the 30-day challenge.
Yay.
I mean,
and do that. Keep going, because it's going to hit back to back with the next one.
I'm just like, why stop? You know?
Exactly. It's a habit.
Yes.
You did it.
Good.
You formed a habit, Sharon.
So,
Good for you.
And so what did you reset another new goal then after that one finished?
not really. I just want to consistently be more consistent.
Uh-huh.
Perfect.
Okay.
I love it.
Perfect.
You know,
That's a goal.
I took, you know, notes of days when, you know, say I couldn't put a 5 down, you know, or I mean, yeah, days where I didn't meet all of the,
Where you didn't get your
5.
you didn't get your 5 points, and then
Yeah. So I wrote down, you know, like, okay, well, what caused that? So.
Nice.
hey, awesome.
Good.
Anyway, so just keeping with those same things to make them habits.
Love
That's exactly the point. That's exactly the point. The challenge
and writing it down. So proud of you.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly the point. And then when you think like it becomes unconscious, then we up our game, right? Then you go, okay, well, I'm going to do a little better in this area over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you set your little micro goal in that area. And mine has been, my challenge to myself has been to keep my tracker, right? And
Good.
I've been consistently keep the tracker, and guess what? It makes a difference. And
Yeah.
so, yeah. What about you, Margot? Win of the week? Wendy, win of the week?
Couple of things. One was, and I may have mentioned this before, but I've been walking, and I talked about how I learned it when I walk. If I look down and don't look up, I can
Yes.
walk further and I don't pay attention to it. Well, the other challenge I always have is making sure I'm always getting all my fluid in, all my hydration in. So I have my water bottle with me when I walk, but I stop and drink a little bit and still don't finish it. So now every 100 steps, I stop, I drink. I take another 100 steps, I stop, I drink. By the
Good
time
for
I'm done
you.
with my walk, I'm done with my bottle of water. So
That
is part of the new
I
routine.
would, yes.
and one other thing that, because you touched on this one, and I'm sorry I was late today, but you touched on this when I first came in, when you were talking about broken bones, ending up in transition care, and that, been there, done that. And the one thing I will say to anybody that has something happen that lands you in transitional care, the one thing you want to make sure of, become your own best advocate with your food and your meals, because they're going to give you 3 basic meals a day. They aren't going to talk about how much protein you're getting or any of that. So you have to insist that they let you bring in certain foods so you can make sure you're staying on track. If
Good.
they're not going to do it, you have to be able to do it. And now that they've got this active line with the whey protein, that for somebody who's in transition care, that's awesome, because then you can make sure you're getting your protein every day, because you're not going to get it in the food they're giving you there.
Yeah.
And if you just take it as they do it, and the other thing is, you talked about how pretty much they put you in a chair and they let you sit there, and you have to really push for the activity. If you say you want rehab or you want this or you want that, they have to do it.
You have to demand OT,
But
you
if
have
you
to
don't
demand
say
rehab,
it,
you have to, absolutely.
yeah, if you don't say it, they'll just let you sit in your room all day.
Yep.
Wow.
So again, you've got to be your own best advocate.
Yeah.
Good to know. Good advice.
Quick closing note. I know I've been updating folks to my girlfriend in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And that she was found, and of course she was told that she had lost everything. 2 days ago, residents were finally able to go to the locations of what used to be their homes. She got there, her condo, other than smoke and ash damage, is almost untouched. It was the condos in the other section that she's in that totally burnt down.
Goosebumps.
And when they were telling everybody, they just said, oh, that whole section was gone.
Right.
So these people came back 2 days ago thinking that everything they had was gone, to find in that one building, that one section, everything was there.
Wow, expecting nothing and at least finding something.
Work again. Miracles do happen.
Wow.
So happy for you, Margot, and your friend. Give her a big hug from all of us.
Yeah, life. I couldn't believe it when she let me know that. That was absolutely amazing.
Thank you for letting us know.
Yes. I love sharing good news.
Yes, especially the good stuff.
Did you have a
journey, but
Betty?
Yes, I have a beautiful win. Friday, I broke 200. I'm down to 199. Today is day 100 for me. I've just started some occupational therapy, and I'm starting to do exercises for my shoulder. And so just thank you all for backing me and for not putting me on a diet when I've got a life plan, and I really like it. But it's day 100. I've been here with you guys 100 days, and it's wonderful. And you still like me. Yay!
Love you, Betty. 100. Awesome. We are so glad you were taking us along with you.
So I have a
Thank you.
new goal, 180. So I hit my 200. We're going 180. And
Some
Yes,
Betty.
we are,
Awesome.
girl.
thank you for letting me share.
Oh, thank you for sharing.
You're
Yes.
so welcome. We giving
Celebrate,
you high fives.
Betty.
High five,
Yes.
Betty.
Yeah,
Hey.
big time.
Oh my gosh. That is
Awesome,
amazing.
awesome.
You just made my day. You made me cry.
Oh, good.
Happy
Yeah, that's
cheers.
41 pounds. That's over 41 pounds, just a little over.
Done
So,
and gone.
yeah.
Fantastic.
Wow.
And
Fantastic.
moving forward.
Awesome.
Wendy, do you have a
Yeah.
quick one of the week?
Not that I can exactly think of. I mean, I packed some fuelings to bring with me down here, so
That's a win.
snacks.
That's so
Make sure I
good.
make sure I put those in my bag. Yeah, I'm kind of gonna do. I'm resetting again now that I survived working at the fair.
Mhm.
And my trip
That's
here
no
now,
easy task.
my October's a lot less. There's not much planned really, so I have to
Good.
create my
Good.
mindset for October of what I want to do going into the fall.
So Wendy, you and I, you know what? Traveling with those feelings is just a blessing, right? My husband was laughing at me, but he was so thankful because I literally brought a whole suitcase of just fuelings and my dried snacks and stuff that I make. And he, as annoyed as he was happy because we didn't eat out one time, and he loves saving money. He loves it. Loves
Good.
money. So
That's what hubby. He's like, wow, water and veggies, they're so cheap.
Well, and-
Let's just keep doing this.
I might have mentioned this too, but when I was working at the fair, I brought lunch almost every day. I brought something because, well, I'm not big on fair food, but I mean, okay, so one,
But still, you got to plan ahead.
yeah, so I packed lunch, and actually I had got some of those, I think I told Amy, some of those prepackaged meals, like there's a chicken and rice one that the high protein meals. And I had bought one pack of those. I had 6 of them. So I brought those like 2 different days.
the taste of home meals. Yeah.
Because I was in an air conditioned building on the fairgrounds, and we had access to a microwave and a refrigerator.
Awesome.
So I
good.
packed 2 of the days I packed those. And really the only days I ate fair food is like 2 mornings I was like really just like craving cheese curd. So I got the smallest little one for like a morning snack. I needed the protein.
Yeah.
And one day I bought like a sugary something, cinnamon rolls or something, but I'm not big on corn dogs and all that other stuff.
That's a huge win.
I think that's great.
That is great. That is awesome. Good for
Proud
you.
of you, Wendy. Thanks for sharing.
Bravo. Yeah, we can always make do with fuelings and some extra, protein and some produce, right? That's all you need.
Yeah.
Protein and produce and fuelings, and you're good to go. Roxy, you look awesome in your leopard print. I guess we're already after 1 o'clock. Do you have a win of the week, Roxy?
You want to share?
Hi. No, I can't think of something right now, but I think
It's okay.
I'm
You
fine.
look awesome in your leopard print, girlfriend. And we got these shirts together, Roxy and I, for $5 at the Pella Doctor Retreat.
That was on your shopping day. Fun.
We have matching shirts. So
I'm going to buy mine.
anyways, we gotta go. Does everyone get these things in the chat when they listen to the recording, Carrie, or does that not happen?
I don't know.
It's hard.
Okay. All right. We'll just have to I'll just give them another way. So love you guys. Mwah. Have a great day. Be happy, healthy, safe, and sane. And we'll see you next week.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.